Hello, myself Sunil Ramkrishnan. Basically, today we are going to talk about the formula word. That is basically 48th number part, basically, you can say. So, that basically says that what actually formula contains each and every sector. So, basically, formula 100% going to contain the rules and regulations sector also. Yes, basically. So, the formula contains the rules and regulations sector also. So basically, you can say I will take one example. Why, how basically this contains rules and regulations. For example, actual cost. So actual cost means what? On 10th day, basically you want to calculate the actual cost. What the actual cost is going to have. That is basically plan. Basically, you can say na? The actual cost means it's a plan basically that this is going to be cost on 10th day, and the project is of 20 days. So on 10th day basically what will be the cost of the project basically, and according to cost basically the project expense has happened. So that basically actual cost. So that basically contains actual cost, right? So what are the things going to happen, going to take into the picture. So what are the attributes going to taken in? Actually, actual cost itself is one attribute, right? So what are the sectors basically data going to taken into this picture in the actual cost? What are the industry basically data is going to taken into this actual cost picture? So basically, you can say actual cost. Basically, we have already all discussed that actual cost is one attribute which is going to be used as a formula in the formulas basic project management plan. So this is basically like that, and the actual cost contains basically we have to create one balance sheet also, that also we have discussed. So that balance sheet must contain each and every sector's data, and each and every basically you can say each and everything has to be contained in that data basically, in that attribute basically each and every balance sheet must contain basically, that you can say. So you here basically according to the actual cost basically what we are discussing, that is basically um, here basically we are discussing the formula. In formula basically we are discussing the actual cost, and actual cost basically is one attribute, and attribute must contain the set of formulas basically. So one person told that how basically actual cost basically you are telling that we have to create one formula. Actual cost itself is one attribute, that's all. But the attributes basically what are the things going to contain that attributes, that basically you have to be very much clear basically. And to clear each and everything basically you have to create the balance sheet. And balance sheet is the only basically way, and balance sheet only the is the only way basically you can calculate each and everything basically. So without balance sheet, if you are doing that, this attribute contains this, that, each and everything basically, then basically something is going to mess. Basically, you can say something you are going to miss. Basically, that also you can say. So not to miss. For that, basically, you have to create one system. If you are creating one system, basically systematic plan, you can say systematic plan. If you are doing, then basically you are going to get a success. Basically. For that, basically, I can take one example. There are lots of university like Harvard is there, Oxford is there, then many Indian in India, very many universities are there. Delhi University, Bangalore University is there. So basically, there are many universities who gives the management level degree. Basically, that is basically you can say MBA is there. Harvard is giving MBA. So everybody basically gives MBA degree, right? So there might be something, right? The Harvard is also giving MBA degree. So what might be the difference? The difference might be they are taking the more charge, but according to the charge, basically they have the degree, and their degree value is there. The reason basically the software, many software company basically prefer MBA basically. That basically contains this is that the MBA group can do the as much plan as They can do the management level plan very easily. Basically, you can say the BCom people can't do up to that level management plan. Basically, this basically few basically software companies don't take BCom people also. That basically is also there. Few people says that BCom people is not supposed to be in our this company. That type of companies are also there. They don't prefer BCom people, but that is a different part. Basically, we are not taking about we are not talking about the BCom BE. We are talking just about the formula word which is getting used, and basically um, the attributes basically which are getting used, and the attribute says that you have to take the set of balance sheet to prepare the balance sheet. So basically balance sheet has to be prepared. Without that, basically balance sheet basically you can say it's one system. Basically you can say you have created one systematic data. Basically you can say by while creating the systematic data, and by creating this systematic data, your attribute basically which is going to be created, that is going to be at least 90 percentage, 99% is going to be correct. Few things can be missed, but if few things can be missed, that means that is basically lack of data. Basically lack of data. If you don't have the data, then basically it can be business. But if you, anybody or any sector company, any sector industry, basically if they are telling that we are using the your software, then basically by default they are they are going to be considered. Basically they are going to consider into project management plan formula. Basically you can say. So project management plan formula itself says that you have to take each and every attributes. Basically, you can say. So each and every attributes has to be taken in the project management plan formula. Basically, that also you can say. So project management plan formula says that you have to take each and every sector into the project management plan formula, and that basically is going to be that basically we will get success that time only when basically we are going to create each and every attributes perfectly. Basically perfectly means actual cost is one attribute. So actual cost basically contains lots of sectors data. Basically you can say actual cost has created on the base of lots of data. That also you can say basically that's of sectors data. That you can sector industries data. Basically you can say. So then basically it's not like that project management plan group have created everything on day night basically, or 1 or 2 days basically this has created. It's not created on 1 or 2 days. It's basically very hard work done by the software SDLC department. Basically, I have taken one department name. Basically, I have created one department name that is basically SDLC department. Basically, the set of groups basically has created SDLC department. So that basically they have done lots of hard work, lots of R&D has happened, lots of projects, live projects has been tested, and then when after certain conclusion, after certain result, then basically that time basically the SDLC set of groups, set of project management plan has created. Previously, there was no like project management plan. Basically, we were simply basically getting create. We are just creating the set of. We are just following the set of instruction. Basically, you can say that is basically SDLC life cycle instruction. Basically, you can say, but we were creating the software documents, each and everything basically we were creating. Like for example, previously basically when we were creating any software, that time basically project specification was by default there. But that time basically we never know that we are going to slowly we are going to convert these entire documents into the project management plan basically. So basically slowly basically the project management plan also came into picture. So basically SDLC converted into the project management plan, that also you can say basically. So this is basically formula which contains the hard work of the SDLC departments also basically, you can say. They have created, they have done lots of hard work basically, you can say. So in formula, basically, when you are doing the calculation of the each and every attribute, that time basically this data is also going to be considered basically. So here basically we are stopping. This is basically 48th number, and 49th number we are going to discuss little bit more about the formula work.